There's fish. Now, I tell you, I'm in a unique situation right here, folks. This is the first time that, now this is just one crappie, but let me explain to you. I tried 2 or 3 different ways to catch them, and I've been unsuccessful because of this unseasonable weather that we're having right here the last couple of days. These crappie has done something that I never would have believed they'd done. I'm back up in here as far back as you can get back up in a creek, and the water clarity, I mean, here it is. It's 6 foot and I can see the bottom, and there's a pretty good little crappie that I caught. I seen the fish hit the jig. Now this is something new for me. That's why I stress when you're not catching them, they're not biting, you can't find them, do just oddball stuff. Now this is my first crappie right here. Let me see if there's some more in here. That might have been a freak, or I might have stumbled onto something new. We'll see. Let's try it again. Maybe it's paid off. That's how you find crappie. Not very big one. I'm going to swing this one in. And it's pretty good. I think I was going to catch any on this video. It's the kind of stuff you got to go through. That's about a 9.5, 10-inch crappie. It's a pretty nice fish. You can see it's a black crappie. The lines are running horizontal. I had to think there a little bit. There we go. Maybe we got something going right here. I'm going to explain what I'm doing now that I think I've got some fish found. I'm using a 1/32 ounce jig today, and I'm using a natural color. There's a lot of threadfin shad in here. I've noticed this morning they was up on top of the surface, which is unusual this time of the year. The water temperature is 51 degrees. It's actually, or the surface temperature rather, it's actually warmed up about 5 degrees because of this little warm front that we've had here, North Alabama, here on the Tennessee River. I'm in 9 foot of water right now, and I'm fishing clumpy milfoil. There's a little break line right here, and that fish come off the side of the milfoil, which is grass. It's aquatic vegetation that grows here in Guntersville, and that might be the pattern. Let's see what's going to happen. These crappie have had it. It's pretty. Kindly on the small side, but now I've had a hard time today, so these crappie has had it because I figured them out. Alright, let's put this one up and use a different color. Let's swap up colors and see what happens. I'm using 4-pound test line, just like the other videos. Wimpy rod, spinning reel, and I'm using a little bit of different colored jig right here just to prove a point. Elbow! We're figuring them out, boy. I told you we was gonna catch some. You can't quit till you find them. On it. Hunting and hunting and hunting, and I finally found the mother lode. They're not big, but now I've done some unusual things to get to this point right here. What it is, I don't know if this will work on your lake or not. We've had some unseasonable weather. It's been real cold, windy, and all of a sudden we've had about 3-4 days of unseasonably warm weather. These fish has come out of deep water and they're up in shallow water, just like you catch them the kind of things that crappie do when you can't find them. He interrupted. That's what I'm talking about. Who is got to hunt them fish? Them fish ain't gonna come to you. Let's get another. Crappie. That's a little better fish I've been catching. He is pretty in that clear water. Fat and little fat. That's a little better fish right there. Black crappie. About 11 inches long. They're getting better. And I'm glad because I've caught a lot of small ones today. I like to catch bigger fish, so it's just a lot of fun. But sun come out, so I made an adjustment, and I went to a little lighter colored jig. There's another tip. Try that. When the sun changes position, change colors, and you'll do a lot better, in my opinion. Let's try it again. Those fish are stacked. They're stacked out there. Another good crappie. You know, Elmer, when you find these fish, you can catch one egg or another. But you gotta hunt them, Elmer. It's a good crappie right here. It's in my nature, folks. There's something a little bit wrong, but I love fishing. There's nothing like it. That's a good fish. See, I couldn't flip this fish in. Notice how he was hooked. I seen that. Shouldn't flip them in anyway, because you'll lose a lot of them that way. But I'm letting them go today. That's a good crappie. I tell you what, I'm having a ball right here. I'm learning. I mean, we all learn. But we're going to have to be open-minded. If we're going to catch fish on a consistent level, we're going to have to open our mind. Took me years to do that because I'm hard-headed. You know. Right there. What about that? I tell you what, I've hit a motherlode crappie. They're not all giants, but that's a white crappie. In my other video, I pointed out the difference. Let me do it again. A white crappie's lines run vertical. Okay, I'm having a lot of fun. I can't hardly keep from not throwing that jig back out there, but vertical. Got pretty fish. Pretty fish. Those fish, I'm now in 6 foot of water, and those fish has went up into 3 foot. 3 foot of water. It's amazing to me. It's a unique situation. And and me and Elmo's gonna catch them until they quit a biting. Because me and Elmo gotta work all the time. We're supposed to. But now we're supposed to fish too. We were born to fish. Albert, you see how that fish bit that right there? I tell you what, now there's a million crappie out there. And I'm gonna catch them. I'm being too silly, I gotta quit that, be more serious. What you do, make a cast. I'm in 3 foot of water, okay? About halfway, about a foot and a half down, the water's real clear. Slow, methodical wind. That crappie will hit it. One. There's something wrong with his tail. Huh. Something has tried to get a hold of him. But they're all sizes in here. I tell you, they're stacked up in here because the weather conditions changed, like we was talking about. And I had to change strategies, and actually, to be honest, I lucked up on these fish. But how long will they stay in an area like this, Richard, when you do find them in oddball places? That's the question. I don't know of any fisherman that can really answer it. That's why we need to get out here and hunt them ourselves. I mean, bridges are a great place to catch crappie in the fall and the winter. It's now winter time, but crappie don't do the same thing at the same time. They're doing all kinds of different things on big bodies of water like Guntersville, oddball type ways, thinking odd. Oftentimes you can hit a mother load of fish like I have today. They haven't been big fish. They're a small crop of fish, but or grade of fish rather. But it's a lot of fun. You know, just a simple way of fishing. 1 32nd ounce jig head would get you some Bobby Garlands at Walmart, 4-pound line, and I want y'all to go fishing. It's a real good stress reliever. I mean, it really is. It's a great sport, second to none in my opinion. You never know what'll happen. The day proved that. Okay, let's catch a few more, then we're just going to wrap this thing up. What I'm wanting to do is catch a great big one. But I'm not sure they're in here. They're a small crop of fish. What I mean by crop of fish is that they're the same fry stays together, and they school up together as they grow. And sometimes you'll catch big crappie grouped up, medium crappie, and small crappie. That's how they do. Okay. Well, let's catch another. so much fun that I can't explain. Not a big crappie, but boy, he thumped that jig. When you make a cast with a jig, when they're in real shallow water like this, you know, I'm throwing up in 3 foot of water like you would in springtime. Odd situation. But watch your line. Be a line watcher. You'll see that line. Let's let him go. Jump. And it'll feel like, doop. That's the best way I can explain it. Let him hold it for a second or two and just come back on him with a gentle hook sweep. And 9 times out of 10, you'll hook that crappie. It's not hard to do. It's something that'll work on your lake too, no matter where you're at. There we go. Last crappie. Finally got it. They're getting a little bit slow about biting. I think I've put the hammer down on them a little bit too hard, but pretty little fish. We're going to let him go. This video here didn't catch a slab, but we caught 3 or 4 good crappie. But the main thing right here I wanted to get across is that these fish move a lot, and they probably do in your lake too. If they don't bite, or if you can't find them in the places that you know they are, simply do right reverse. Go to where you think they're not, and you'll find out. By doing that, you'll get a feel for what you need to do to catch fish. If you find them, they'll bite. Crappie are really an easy fish to catch, but you do have to put a lot of effort into it a lot of times to find them. And good luck on y'all's next fishing trip. We'll do it again. We got to. Fishing's in our blood. That's what I'm talking about.